So you were 3 years into drag, and suddenly you auditioned one time for Drag Race, not thinking you're going to get it. Chanel tells you you're in the top 20. Chanel is obviously the inside track, so if anyone's auditioned for Drag Race, then you need to know who's in the top 20.
Well, no, I think she's moved on now. She works for Marco and everything, but you know, everyone knows who Chanel is. She's not a stranger to drag queens. Everyone knows who Chanel is.
That's for sure. So then you go. So we're like the week preparing for it. Is that how long you had? About a week? 2 weeks?
We had a week, and I mean, that's when really, like, you want to talk about the, like, when did everything start for me, like, anxiety? That's when it really started, because you can't really tell anyone, and you've got to, like, maneuver around, like, people, you know, I need this made, and da-da-da, and it has to look like this, and, you know, maybe if they want to take their own spin, and no, it has to be yellow and black, and they're like, why is this so, but you can't tell them because, you know, it's for a challenge, or... It was scary. It was definitely scary. I definitely learned in those situations that, you know, if I, like, you know, get a call back to go on All Stars 4,
ding,
I will know how to handle those situations now, you know. And so, but you know, I was nervous getting ready for it, but I also felt like, you know what, this is what I wanted, and this is what I have to go through, you know. I wanted to learn, and I wanted to become the best Dita that I could be, you know. So.
And what was it like walking into that workroom for the first time?
I just remember walking in. It was really crazy because I think people don't really realize how much staff and crew go into making those type of shows.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they really realize that, like, when you, like, for instance, see us walking in an abandoned hotel parking lot, that there is a crew of like 40 people off on the corner that we're not supposed to even pay attention to.
Yeah.
You know, so those are type of things I had to learn how to get used to, like just being able to talk to somebody with the cameras around, and you usually get used to it after like 2 days. Like the first 2 episodes, I was like, oh, the cameras are there? Okay, whatever. Like, you have to watch yourself in front of them sometimes. But it was really like, you know, it was just a little scary. You know, you walk into the workroom, you just see a line of cameras. Like when you do your entry, you walk into the work and you just see a line of cameras. And then I saw the director, I remember Darren just standing there like very much just waiting. You're just like, hi, bonjour, everyone. Like, you know, like, you're just like, oh my God, this is it. Cameras are on. You're in the competition. It just started. So, I mean, you know, it was exciting. Like, to be honest with you, for me, the experience of filming, like, Drag Race itself, Ashy Knees and all, I had a great experience. I mean, I got to see a bunch of celebrities. I mean, I still remember, like, the fact that I got to see Loretta Devine and Regina King in person.
Yeah.
And, like, just whisper over to them really quickly, I love you. Like, that's some black girl magic right there for me to be able to, like,
magic.
I love you both. And so, like, you know, and just even to, like, see Rue in action and see the I know she calls it the monster, to see the monster up close.
For real.
And kind of see, like, everything is so even more, more perfection in person. The hairline and the makeup and the jewels and I still remember that being there, and I think about now, I mean, she only has gotten better and better. I mean, the looks have just gotten more ridiculous. But I just still remember being there sometimes and looking at her like me and Chad Michaels would be on the runway and we'd be like, oh my God, she looks so right. We can't even handle it. Like, oh, fuck her.
That's like the full Matthew Anderson handiwork, light coming from within.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you wearing any makeup at all, or is it just beauty emanating from every pore?
It was like, my God, it's like, did you go through a laminator before you sat out here? Like, damn, girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm trying back there, like, trying. No, but it was honestly, for me, the experience of being there was really fun. I didn't have it was really fun for me. And I think it shows when you watch it. I really, you know, I wasn't a troublemaker. I wasn't screaming back to Party City craziness. I wasn't doing shenanigans. I wasn't out there showing my ass. I think I did a very good job at, you know, I don't blame it at it. I'm really proud of how I came off. But it wasn't like until afterwards. It just got a little crazy for me.
So let's go back to the legendary lip sync, the day of Natalie Cole. You were versus the princess. Paint the picture for me of that moment, that time, like what was going on in your mind.
Okay, so. Oh my God, you asked me all these questions I've like never really talked about.
Yeah, well, that's why you're on Hey Qween.
So, you know, the truth was when we did that challenge, I mean, everybody I think could agree. I felt like somebody else should have been in my spot other than me.
Now, what was the challenge again?
The challenge was, it was the infomercial.
Oh,
we had to do the
right.
infomercials, and we had to either sell Glamazon or I think I was on the Glamazon team. I'm
Yeah.
sure y'all gonna correct me if I'm wrong. But I think I was on the Glamazon team. And I remember they didn't like how I did it, and I thought I did a really great job, but I felt like there was, you know, some others who deserved to be down there, and I was a little upset about that.
Yeah.
And so instead of me, I guess, this is where I think I'm a different competitor, because instead of me saying, well, why is she? And I'm not a person to throw nobody under the bus. I'm not. So what I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna lip sync for my life. I'm gonna show them really what I can do. You know, because some girls can act, some girls can sing, some girls are, you know, good at other. But I know one thing that I'm great at is entertainment. I'm really great at performing. I'm great at performing for a crowd of people. So I was like, you know, I'm just gonna hold off, and if I gotta go up for elimination, I'm gonna be cool. I know we doing This Will Be. Natalie Cole is here. I'm gonna slay it. This is kind of a dream. Every drag queen performs this song, so I'm just gonna make it proud. And my drag mother performed that song often.
Really?
So it was, a lot of things were going through my mind. So we go up to Untucked, we film Untucked. I remember Sharon and Chad can tell you, I had a breakdown moment because the judges really, I don't think they really understood me. I think they just kind of didn't, they would see like maybe the stage persona, but like I'm kind of like more quiet and private, you know, when I'm off stage sometimes. So I think that they didn't really know how to handle and how to take me. And so I kind of felt like I was a little teased. And so I just remember crying right before going back downstairs after filming Untucked and everything. And then I just remember telling myself, if I'm going to lip sync, just slay it. Just slay this. This is what you do, Dita. You know how to perform. Like, you got this. You got this. Out of everything else, you know you got a performance. And then I just remember standing there and the music's just starting, and I just remember thinking like, don't stop performing until you hear the music go off. And I just did, and I felt bad because, you know, Princess and I are, you know, friends, and you know, you don't want to lip sync against your friend, and you don't want to send your friend home, but you know, I think that if the shoe were on the foot, you know, it was on the foot.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
At me, huh, right? Yeah. So, you know, I had to, like, you know, we had to do it. I had to slay.
And then were you seeing what was happening? Like, were you aware of like all the handkerchief waving and that Natalie Cole was giving you that look that only Natalie Cole can give when that glow was in her eyes?
I did see her looking at me. I did see that look they show, kind of like that look I did remember seeing that. I didn't remember seeing the handkerchiefs until literally I was done and walking back to my spot. And then I remember looking up at all the judges, and they were just like putting like handkerchief, like Kleenex. I was just like, and then they finally hit me. And then I still, because you never know how reality TV works, so I was like, I mean, I could go home. I mean, I don't know what, like, I don't know what's gonna happen. And then I stayed, and I was able to stay to the top 5 and show that I, you know, have something in me. So.
Yeah, you did good.
So yeah, but no, I didn't really have like a come-to moment to the end when they were all like waving handkerchiefs.
And you're like, oh, that's for me.
I was like, oh, for me.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, princess.
Sorry, girl.
Sorry, sweetie. Gotta go. Bye.
So,
I love you, princess.
Shout out to Princess.
She's great.
Shout out to, I love her.
So then you get off the show, and then you have to keep it a secret for a while, and then it comes on. And what was that experience like? Was that when did things twist in a negative way then for you when it actually started airing?
Yeah, it did. You know, and I say these things like, because you asked me, so I say these things, I don't want to like nobody ever feel like offended by, you know, like, oh, boo-hoo Dita. You know, I'm good, I'm strong.
Well, look, this is about your experience and what happened, and it's different for everybody. A lot of people have had a lot of different reactions to what happens when you go on that show.
Yeah, I think that was kind of like hard for me to handle too, because like, for instance, I'm from Chicago. And I was only just a local girl in Chicago.
Yeah.
But then, and there were people who would never talk to me. They would never spoke to me, ever. They were friends with mutual queens of mine, queen friends of mine. Like, they never spoke to me. Never even thought about booking me, never even cared. It wasn't until like Drag Race happened where I started seeing how when you have fame, attention, you have some type of something that people want, I started seeing how they can use you for that.
Yeah.
And that started like really messing with my head, because then it started making me wonder like, who is my friend? Who is like actually here for like my best interests? You know, I just want to work and perform. I'm not, you know, I don't want to deal with any like shady behavior.
Yeah.
And it was the first time I started really seeing how that works. The show business.
Yeah.
You know, just how show business works, basically. And so it was really hard for me to handle. And it still is, but that's where I think it's important to have, you know, I always say the House of Ritz, it's very important for me to have a really great team of people around me to kind of protect me from all of that.
Yeah.
So that if they see somebody coming my way that is going to make me uncomfortable, they can already clock it. I don't even have to pay any attention to it, you know? And so it was really difficult. And then dealing with like, a lot of fans always have something to say. And
yes, and that was like right when the show got to be its biggest. It was at a very big moment. A lot of big stars came out of that season, and it was when Drag Race really started to break through.
Yeah, season 4, we were it.
That was the one.
Yeah, we were it, and so that's why I'm proud to be a part of it because we all still work. We all very talked about everything, but it was very just. It was difficult to maneuver through that, and that's where I think shout out to people like Willem. Who have done that before, and Willem was really great to me, and still is, with helping me with advice about how to handle and things to do and ideas and stuff like that, because I just really didn't. I mean, Willem and Chad were the main reason I kept saying cheesecake on season 4, because I just kept saying it because they would make them laugh. That was really it. And Latrice would laugh too, and Latrice's laugh is so infectious, so I would do anything to make her laugh. But I would always say cheesecake, and so those type of things kind of were helpful to build at least a personality. But it was tough. It was very, very tough.
Now, did Taj Mahal help you through this time with advice? And
she did, but when things got really, really hard is when she passed away.
Wow.
And so that's when it kind of played a whole, I was kind of at the ceiling, just oh my God, I really, really don't know what else more to do. And then boom, that was it for me. I got a phone call that morning that she had passed, and I was just oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. I must go crazy. I'm just gonna lose it. Just give me some time. I'm gonna lose it. And I felt, this may sound crazy, but I felt maybe I was owed that because I've been so quiet up until then about emotions and things I have been holding in. Because like I said, I tend to bottle up stuff.
Yeah.
So I was just holding in all these emotions, and then finally I just let everything out. How mad I was, how I felt. I had, people had treated me, and I came in here respectful to you guys. You disrespect me, and da da da, and so.
Who did you let that out to? Everyone around you?
Everyone around me. Just everyone around me. Maybe to a few, maybe even people who didn't deserve it. I'll be honest with you. But I was expressing kind of all of the rage I had felt, kind of pent up, and it was a bad explosion. But I've learned a lot from it. So
yeah, well, you've made it through that part of your journey, and now you're ready to make a comeback.
I am here, coming back, dog.
Yeah, coming back. You're ready. You're back on the road.
I am back on the road. I've been here in LA now for a week. I've worked with the Boulay Brothers.
Yeah.
And of course, done the Hamburger Mary circuit like we all do.
But of course.
And we're going to be working at Redline.
So you're doing all the spots.
I'm doing just a couple spots.
And then you want to get back out on tour in general more now?
Yes, I want to. I really just want to perform for the fans. I want to go do some overseas stuff. I really want to I just want to meet all the fans and all these people who I get so much mail and so many people messaging me, just come here, come there. When you come here, I have this for you, or when you come here, I have cheesecake for you or whatever. I just want to go meet these people,
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm the one Drag Race girl that I haven't given that to my fans yet. I feel like all the other Drag Race girls do that, I noticed. They all try to really make it they try to get out there and go see their fans.
Right.
They do. And I think that I just maybe haven't tried hard enough, and I'm now trying. So.
Right. Well, you went through some shit. You're
did.
an artist. You're sensitive about your shit. You went through a hard time.
Very sensitive time.
But there's a lot of people out there who love you. Hey, Drag World UK. I think Dida Ritz would be great next year.
Book me.
Oh well, Dita, we're so happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Really glad that you came out and told us your story, and that you're back, ready to slay the children once again.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Lady Red. Thank you, Hey Qween. Thank you to everyone, and thank you guys for also, because this has been a conversation. I feel like we've been trying to get me on here, so I thank you for your patience and believing in me. Thank you.
Well, we do believe in you. We can't wait to see what's to come for you, honey.
Thank you.
I know it's gonna be all good things.
All great.
And in the meantime, sweetie, you turned it so fiercely. You snatched the trophy, honey!
I got a trophy. Now everyone knows my name.
And you also won yourself a lap dance!
Yes. Oh, he's cute too. Oh, yes. Oh.
Give it to her back, girl. Yeah. Oh, my.
Yes. I think
Flip it around, give a drop on the brow. Oh, this is crossing all the lines of love. I love it. Lady Red, take us out with some Black Lady Screaming. Hey Queen, hey Queen,
How are you?
hey Queen, hey Dida Ritz is on, hey Queen. Yeah! Thank you, Kirky. Thank you, Dita. Thank you, Lady Red. Now, everyone, we're not going to be finished here with Dita. We're going to have her stay and look at all the hers that she's worked with on the Hey Qween After Show. So make sure you stay tuned to that. Dita, we're so glad you're back in the mix and doing your thing. We can't wait to see you on the road. If you see Dita in your town, make sure you go out there and wave your handkerchiefs at this bitch, and she will sing and do it all. Right, honey? Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. We'll see you next time on Hey Qween. Bye, baby.